when I speak about copyright and like the past, I think of things like Handel or Beethoven, Mozart. Sorry, but think about that. Their music being played in commercials for cars or some shit. Elegance, Jaguar. When they're not having all these weird people on them. Man, the commercial. I digress. Jaguar, you silly bastards. Yeah, but think about that. They got away with it, right? They didn't have to pay nobody. You want to throw some Mozart? Who are you gonna find, right? You gotta find his great grandchild, great. If they even fucked anybody and had anything, right? So who's getting paid? Who's getting the copyrights for that shit, right? Nobody. So classical music is just being played all over the place. People are profiting from that without having to pay anybody for it. Which is a great example of what I'm talking about, like in the 80s music and everything that's happened in this past culture, explosion when it comes to music and movies and horrible reality TV. Then in the future, I don't even know how they're going to define that crap. But yeah, so you got to think about what it's going to be like 200 years from now and how people are going to, digest and regurgitate Miami Vice or, what's happening or, Good Times or fucking Jeffersons or, fucking Brady Bunch. Who knows, right? They're going to be like, what? Happy Days? I mean, what if somebody just, like, 200 years from now is just a nut about Happy Days and they just do Happy Days sculptures. They do Happy Days paintings. Who's going to get the credit for that? Henry Winkler? I mean, I don't know who they're going to pay. At some point, you just got to let creative flow. You got to let people just do their thing, man. Like I said, if you're not being a total scumbag, if somebody's ripping off my paintings and trying to make it theirs, that's one thing, right? But you got to pay homage, right? You got to, you just say, this guy's an awesome painter. He just inspired me, and I do stuff like his, whatever. I did Starry Night. It was I do stuff like that just for fun, but not like I'm actually trying to recreate like some kind of forgery. I'm actually just talking about, stop it, spider. I'm actually just talking about like Picasso. I did a Picasso painting that I thought would be funny in his style, and I called it Picasso's Farm. That kind of thing. So it's just a matter of paying homage to the art that you've seen in the past and you love. And at some point, the authorities are gonna have to relax on that shit so people can make some money and just pay homage. It's like fan stuff anyway. But I love you and have a wonderful day.